Welcome to our official first show of 2025. I think it posted last week on New Year's Day, but we recorded it last year. I wasn't there. It's good to be back. So welcome everybody. Chat's looking good per usual.
Yeah, looking thick.
2025. Again, if you are new to the podcast, welcome. Feel free to follow us on our socials, Instagram at DLP Agenda, TikTok, the patreon.com/the DLP Agenda. New Patreon went up this week, the Rob Pod.
We're gonna spend
we'll get into that
a significant amount of time with that.
I look forward to, because I've gotten a lot of good feedback from that. So we'll get into that. So I'm in Salt Lake City a couple weeks ago, and normally after these weekends, and we kind of do photos with the cast. Really, they want to get their photo with Dave, but whatever.
Yeah.
And the one server is taking the photo of us, and I noticed that I am looking at her in the eye as she's taking the photo. And I say, oh, I should probably be looking at the phone. And then the next time there was a photo situation, I was doing the same thing. I'm like, oh my God, I think I've been taking photos wrong my entire life.
Because you're not looking at the camera, you're looking at her face.
Yes.
But isn't it close enough where it's indistinguishable?
I don't know. If they're here and it's down here and I'm up here.
Now,
I think I've taken every photo wrong. I've taken 10,000 photos. They've all been wrong.
How you've taken photos was a topic at the JSS 10th anniversary roast.
Yes.
Where Kirk McEwen proclaimed that
yes.
Rob ain't got no teeth.
Yeah, because
we all know you've got a full set.
I do.
Very white.
Thank you.
And whitish.
Yes,
and
whitish.
That you tend to not show teeth in a photo.
It's a smirk.
Which it's a smirk. I started not showing teeth after realizing you don't show teeth.
You like
and
it?
Prefer to not show teeth.
Yeah.
Because I'd show teeth and I'd look like a slow child.
Yeah.
But now that I
can't do it.
I look somewhat more disarming. I mean, what's okay in chat right now? Huh?
Yeah, well, that's not what you look like when you
No, but when you smile,
me out there
no. When you smile on command, that's how I smile too. I need it to be natural. I need to. Sometimes I have to go down. Sometimes I have to start like and then go down.
You show teeth.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't show teeth.
Of course.
But do you look at the phone or the person?
I don't even ever thought about it.
I look at the phone.
Yes,
I do.
I think I do look at the phone too.
Because I feel like there's been so many times where after their show,
that you're like,
they're taking photos, and I go post it. And they go, of course, I bought your T-shirt. I have your name,
Hi.
and they never get posted. It's because of me, because I'm over here.
Oh,
and they're
no. Shit, you might have messed up a few photos.
A few, I think everyone.
You think that a picture didn't get posted because nobody looks at anybody other than themselves.
I purposefully
true,
don't
but
even
it
look
happens
at the camera.
99% of the time. They don't post.
Not anymore.
But
yeah, look right in that
new
fucking
year,
phone.
new you.
Yes.
Here you go. This is the only resolution is to take more proper photos.
Yeah.
See, I can't take, I take a stupid photo, a regular photo. My eyes squint. I definitely have a lazy eye. My smile's dog shit. So I'll usually do something. I'll like look off in a distance. I grab someone's head. I like doing the prom pose, all that sort of stuff. And then people are like, okay, take a serious one. Take a serious one. No one ever posts a serious one.
No.
No one
ever posts a serious
how
one.
to take a serious one?
Yeah, but they look terrible.
Can I tell you a story?
We need to have a photo con. Who can take the worst or best?
How
photo?
about let's over the course of this week, maybe a special Patreon exclusive.
Yeah.
Who takes a better photo? And
no selfie.
Blue, no selfie. I'll stand there. I'll hand it to Mudge. I'll send her over to the apartment. Spend all day with her. Give me some peace, and she'll take one of you, and we'll be very like. Yeah. I'm literally Ricky Bobby. Right. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I want us all right now on the count of 3. We're gonna look at this thing and make our smile for
a real smile.
Yes.
Okay.
What we would do if they said smile in the photo, because I can't do it.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. So it'll be 3, 2, 1, smile.
Okay. 3, 2, 1,
I'm already
smile.
smiling.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
All right. 3, 2, 1. I feel like
They're
an idiot.
terrible.
How bad was
dude.
that? They were a little behind in the chat, but
Okay.
like seriously,
like
I look like I'm.
I feel like my smile is genuine.
It is.
It's a very genuine
mine's not.
smile. Well, you know they say you smile with your eyes, and I tell the story about the acting coach that said I had dead, lifeless eyes, and I have a
How'd
lifeless.
that make you feel?
Fucking horrible. I've never been able to forget it.
No. How could you?
Wait a minute,
Dead life.
You know, are you paying this guy?
Yeah. No, I paid an acting coach. Rory Scoble suggested, he
Yeah.
goes, you have lifeless eyes.
What's the worst thing to hear about your eyes?
That they're dead and lifeless because I've been told that. I did this thing once for the Maryland Food Bank at a Safeway where we did this thing. It was me and Jason Newton. And we were supposed to go to Safeway. We did the whole thing. We had like a 2-minute beat the clock, gather up all these things. And at the very end, whoever got all the things in their cart, you won this little trophy, but it was all going to the food bank. So it was all a good cause. Well, one of the PR people for them was there. This bitch was 4 glasses of Pinot Gris drunk
Right.
at noon. And I mean, she's got to be late 50s, big house coat, hair's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
But you can tell she's kind of wealthy, but she still just looks wet and shitty. And I make the joke. I go, yeah, you know, make sure you shoot me from the side or something. I've been told I got dead lifeless eyes. I made the joke about myself.
Yeah.
This fucking viper latches onto that.
We won't stop.
Says
saying
it about 15 times to 10 separate people.
Are you
That
like,
had to
it's
be
my
fun.
joke.
It's my
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I'm the one that.
Only I can say.
I'm
it.
like,
Don't
oh, wait,
use my joke
Don't
against
use me repeatedly for people that don't know the origin
Yes.
of it.
I was self-deprecating. Now you're deprecating.
yes.
Now you're
You're
deprecating.
not self. You're
Right.
pointing at
Ashley
me.
Hinson from BAL would show up for her portion, and then the videographer like, okay, we're gonna do something near the flowers. We're gonna hold up the check. Don't shoot that one. He's got dead lifeless eyes.
We're like, we got
Like,
it.
okay,
Well-
last one. No, I mean, at one point I looked at her, I went, last one. Fucking last one. Like when your dad's roasting Tommy out of the back
Yeah.
deck calling him ugly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got cramps. I
I
got
go,
cramps.
You got
Call.
cramps.
I got cramps.
Yeah.
Um,
when I say to my dad, I go, hey, insult someone else.
Yeah, move on.
Don't insult that
Hit
guy.
on someone else.
Ariel
Please.
says you show teeth is a show title contender. Kelsey says Justin looks like he's being held against his will when he smiles.
Look like
Pretty
Al
funny.
Qaeda's got a fucking gun trained on me.
Now we'll say
Uh,
that 15 times.
can I do
Carrie
one more?
does say you have the most genuine smile.
Okay, let's try another thing. I'm
Okay.
going to try 2 things, both
All right.
very, very quick.
Gotcha.
We're going to do it again. 3,
Mhm.
2, 1,
Okay.
smile. All of us no teeth.
Okay.
And we're going to do it
The
a second
smirk.
time.
Okay.
All teeth.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
got
Okay,
it.
so here
All
we go.
All right.
No teeth.
There we go.
In 3, 2, 1, smile.
I can't.
Okay.
can't do
it? All right, we got this.
Hold on.
We
now
got
we're
this.
doing all the teeth.
Okay.
Lock it down. Lock
I
it
did
down.
teeth last time.
Teeth.
The
Okay,
first
well, this
one.
time.
No,
this
no,
is teeth.
the first time.
The first time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'm looking at you guys.
I'm looking at the camera.
I'm looking
Go
at
back
me
to yes.
because I'm
Both you
egotistical.
guys, they're right. You guys
Yes.
look ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, it's funny because I am envious, especially of Justin. When you take a picture, you always find a way that you're able to make a picture funny. It's a still.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can't-
Then
but
when you said I'm going to take a serious picture, I go, I don't think you can.
I do
that.
better when I lean in. When I lean
Dude.
in, it's just kind of like
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're,
If anybody
Exactly.
comes to the 98 Rock offices on the 3rd programming floor when you get off of the elevator, there's a large
oh yeah,
55-inch television, like one of those digital picture frames all day long. It's just showing a new image of something. New employees visiting, some events we just did, go Ravens, something like that. There is fucking one of me. I'll find it tomorrow and I'll send it to you and be like, our friend Justin, he looks like something he currently can't say because of people he works with. But it is me, Scott, Josh, Amelia, Kirk, Marianne, Stamboni, and we're doing promo shots for the beer, the new
Mhm.
98 Rock beer, and we're in this trailer, like a Airstream trailer, and we're all hanging out. Everyone looks like they're on the cover of a fucking album, and you look at my fat, squinty face. I'm literally making this face. And I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be funny.
No.
It's just my
Are they
eyes are all
using it?
squinted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one that got sent out to all the agencies.
Of course it did.
I
They
mean,
all
like,
look
this is the
great.
best one we have.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Kirk's looking like he's a fucking unknown member of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Scott's got these smoky gazes. Amelia's got her teeth are all white. Fucking Joe looks muscular. And
I
then you
wanna
just see
see-
me in the back.
I want to see you look like right here.
What is that?
This is the gift that Brittany got me. It said to wash your balls with. It's a golf towel,
You better jack
but
off.
it
in the back.
has. Oh, I will. It
Yeah,
has.
that looks
It
like
has
a
your two
genuine
faces,
smile.
Justin and Joe's face on it.
Yeah,
Very well done.
I look like an Amish guy that can't admit he's gay.
Well, that's kind of you.
Yeah. Minus
So-
the Amish.
Yes. Thank you, Brittany. There's a new Meet the Agenda. I believe it's being posted as we speak by
I
Joe
better be going
Stamboni.
up. Okay.
And I asked a new question.
Go ahead.
You did a great job, Brittany. And I asked it. I think it's a good question, and you guys will probably be able to guess the answer. But it made me think of a Christmas, a horrible Christmas Hallmark movie. So I asked her. It was a Christmas theme. I said, if whoever in your life, it's your daughters, or if there's nieces or nephews that are young enough that they still believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one of us to sit that kid down and say, hey, sorry, kid, Santa's not real, who would you pick?
Joe. Joe.
Of
me,
course.
Joe.
She'd pick Joe.
Joe.
Yes, he would relish it. Yes.
question.
Yes.
I couldn't
Yeah,
wait.
he couldn't
I'm like
wait.
at the time yet.
So then I got to thinking, what if that was like a movie where like there was just like a kid who was just really good at telling other kids that there was no Santa.
Oh, it's a
Claus.
kid
Yeah.
you're gonna
No,
have.
no,
It's not
no,
gonna
no.
be an adult.
No, it shows your life, and
Oh, I
then you
gotcha.
grow up, and that now is your job.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
job.
It's your
someone's
seasonal job.
hired.
Yes,
Dude.
but eventually it weighs on you because you're like, I'm so tired of telling kids what not to believe. I should be telling them what they should believe.
Yeah.
Who am I to say Santa real? And then there's a little speech at the end that comes around. There's got to be a love
And then a
interest.
man walks into
Yes.
the office with red pants and a big white beard.
Yes.
And goes, oh, fuck. That could actually be
Yeah.
a legitimate Lifetime Christmas movie.
Absolutely.
Santa then shows up to make you believe and sends you through.
Yes.
If you do tell a kid that,
You're not starring in it, Joe.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
right.
saying,
Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna,
it
I'll
really
do
would
it.
be
I'll
fucked
do
up.
it.
like, you know, you hear you see people get sued for obviously pain, distress,
Mhm.
emotional damage, and stuff like that. If like a child was to be told before a parent had a chance to ease them into the realities of the world, could I go to ricelawmd.com? Okay, for the best advice, call Rice. Could
Yeah.
I ask Randolph to be like, hey, this little bastard on
Randolph's in chat. He
fuck
can-
yeah,
he can
Randolph.
tell
Hey,
you.
Randolph.
Because there's
Happy
a
New
kid any day now that's going to give up the goose to Evan. There's a kid, he already
Oh.
fucked it for the tooth fairy.
Before he answers,
Easter Bunny's out.
That's
Santa's
true.
the last thing he sold
before
on
he
to.
enters, I'm going to speculate. No, there's no financial.
God
There's
damn
no
it.
financial damage.
Can I
What-
sue the parents?
No, that's what I'm saying. What's your financial emotional distress?
I mean, you
Yes.
could sue someone for
I'll
libel
tell you what. If
and
you
make money.
if you ask Randolph, he wouldn't take the case.
Well,
That's
no,
my
it's
guess.
too low for him. But like a junior lawyer there, someone's trying to get their feet wet.
Oh yeah, one of his underlings.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
One of
Is
the,
this our fake trial we're going to do?
oh, yeah. Except way less racist. Except for Joe not
Oh,
arguing in
yes.
favor of slavery this time. That was the thing that he did as a kid. Loss of excitement on Christmas morning. Thank you, Randolph.
Yes.
Great advice.
That's
Yes. New show
Hell
title.
Yes. Loss of excitement. That's the new DOP. Loss of excitement.
Since we're talking
God
about
damn,
Randolph,
Yeah.
so my commercial's out. When I say
Yes.
my commercial,
Yeah.
I have the least airtime. I have the least screen time of any
I
person.
felt like I thought when you told us about it, you're going to be in it more. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, when I
Mhm.
went to tape it, film it, whatever you do,
Yeah,
to a
you're in the
commercial,
studio.
it was just me and two other people. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, there's only gonna be three people
Yeah,
in this commercial.
Nice.
I'm probably gonna be all over.
How
this
much of
thing.
what you did ended up on the cutting room floor?
Oh no, I'm
Do you have some
telling
good
you,
outtakes?
I did. I'm not kidding. I did 50 lines.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
50. And I did all the things where you're like rice, marmalade, and hot cross buns.
It's just
Yeah.
rice law.
Right, and that's it. And that's what made on it, which is fine.
Yeah, it's very serious
I'm
because
okay with what
the
made it.
comedian got the serious line.
Right,
Or
right.
the more factual
Yes.
line. It's just rice law.
Yeah,
Because the point of the commercial is to say, hey, listen, Mirtha,
yeah.
Pesaurus, they're great. Their names are a little hard to say. Randolph, he's the tip of the spear. Easiest name to say.
Mhm.
Let's make it nice and condensed. So some of the people fucking up the name, they're kind of poking fun of themselves. I
Yeah.
thought you would have done the poke at part. Plus, you got to see Rob with the lemonade stand bit where
Yeah,
he was
I-
fucking Daniel Day
I
Lewis.
don't
I was out there
know.
killing it,
There was
man.
deleted scenes. Rob was
Yeah.
in that shit
Working
so
with
much.
children, that's hard to do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to question the people that edited this.
They
I
were
thought it
little
was
people.
pretty. No, they're young.
No, the people that Rob was in his, they were all little people.
Oh,
I demanded that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I don't work with children, but I will work with a dwarf. Okay,
yeah.
make them do Eric's Kevin voice from the Christmas play.
I'm a
I'm
child.
a definite child with a mustache.
You know what,
Oh,
three-
shit.
Randolph says you're a star, Joe. You're a
Thanks,
star, baby.
Randolph.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You know what? I've been asked 3 times now.
Hmm.
They're like, how much did you make?
Yeah, I've been asked
That's
that
one of the
too.
first things.
And I'm
we
like,
get
are you
asked.
kidding me? I'm the privileged to be on it.
Yeah,
What are
yeah,
you talking about?
It's a crass thing.
Randolph is very kind to us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
are you
no,
kidding me?
Randolph takes
This
amazing
relationship
care
is
of
so
us.
lopsided.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Listen, Randolph could knock on my front door and he said, Justin, I can't explain. I just need you to hear me out. I need to fart in Evan's face. And I can't explain why. I say, get in here. Evan, lay down and you can close your eyes. And he goes in there, just tears off a hot chicken tender fart. We shake
Mm.
hands, he leaves. I never ask him about it.
Yeah.
I go, what you needed to, and you were owed it by me. Okay. That's no loss of excitement. It's actually a cause of joy.
I'm showing teeth now because I'm laughing.
Yes, it's a
I'm laughing.
cause of delight.
I did talk to X Golf about the way we could do our little tournament.
Hell
So
yeah. Nice.
We could rent the 3 bays. They're kind of in a corner, and then for 4 hours, and you could put 3 teams of 2 on each bay. So it's a scramble, 2v2v2. We're all on the same course, so 18 people. And it would just be $800. Now we could also put some signage up there, little ricelawmd.com, and then maybe Randolph could pay for the whole thing. Or you don't have to. You don't have to.
You know, I
No,
think
no.
it's time maybe
No.
GRB
Yeah.
kicked a couple of bucks.
GRB.
GRB.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might
but
be.
we'll
it might be GRB's turn.
we'll chip in. We can pay for this thing.
Yeah,
and then
DL
if you show up to eat or drink, that's on you. Though. You can't- we can pay for that.
DLPGADRP tournament.
Yeah, we
okay?
get 18 of our listeners and go down there and
Easily,
do our thing.
easily.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
People
yeah.
have gladly.
Yes.
I know shoemakes.
Randolph,
Japans,
bring your
Brit-
son. I know
Oh,
you
yeah.
and your kid
Bring
play.
your beautiful wife out, dude. I'll bring fucking Evan. Did you hear about him at Top Golf?
No.
We talked Evan at
Okay.
Top Golf. His uncle.
Randolph says, listen to this podcast. It's costing me money.
Yeah,
yes, it
I'm
is.
sure it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
really, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're basically a fucking.
Yeah, Justin has you farting in his kid's face, and I have you paying $800 to play indoor golf.
Guess which one's cheaper? The thing that I want you to do. Okay, yours just costs time. Okay, so stop
But
on
it
by.
started out that you would allow it. Now
Yeah.
you want him. to
I'm
do
actually
it.
asking him to. Randolph, okay, I was trying to gaslight you and do it. I kind of want you to stop by and
Right.
fart on my son. No, we take Evan and his uncle to Top Golf over the holiday
Nice.
break, and he loves to golf, and he wants to go Top Golf. He's never been. Whole family comes out. Evan can fucking hit a club.
Oh, we can.
He beat. I took pictures. I'm
Wow.
going to show you some photos of this. Watch this. This is the score at the end of the games that we played. Check this out. So there's different games you can play at Top Golf. They have like a Sonic
It's a
theme
lot
one.
of fun.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. And the food's good and all that.
It
Okay.
is.
They have an Angry Birds game. Evan annihilates me
Oh
by
my
90 points.
God.
Crushed his mom. Next one here. Evan destroyed me. Dead
Oh
last.
my God.
The gap between my son and I.
Oh, he's just murdering you guys.
Murdering
Okay.
us, dude. He's fucking hitting the ball
I have
straight.
another idea. Evan versus Restivo
Yeah. On the par 3. He outdropped
on Top Golf.
Dude. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm going to do this. I got $1,000 fucking dollars cash. You make the offer. Restivo versus my 9-year-old. Top Golf. They have to play the Angry Birds game.
Okay.
They have to play the Sonic game, and they have to play this game. It's called like Beat Bounce or something. It's
Yeah.
however many times the ball bounces as it makes its way.
They're all
to
games that Restivo has a stripper t-shirt about.
please.
Beat meat.
$1,000 on the line. Because either Restivo wins $1,000, and I will owe that to him.
Yeah.
Evan has no concept of money. So I can just give him
There's no stress.
Or a concept of Restivo.
he has no idea. Okay.
I hope
He's like,
not.
oh, do I go to school with this guy?
Yeah. There's two twins. Yeah. What the hell's going on with those?
Didn't I beat you at jiu-jitsu last week?
Yeah. The two equally sized people. Yes. You set that up. I got $1,000.
Okay.
I got
Hey,
$1,000 on it.
Justin,
Please.
Okay.
Justin, you
Oh
could.
my God.
Restivo will do it for 100.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Okay,
1,000.
so I don't know.
You're
I
yes.
need it to happen.
Okay.
Okay. Because 100 gets him
I'm gonna
curious.
I'm gonna start at 100. Okay. This is
Work
bad
up.
negotiating.
Okay,
Yeah.
you go back and forth
Yeah.
and know you've got 1,000 to play with.
Yes.
Okay, you say I talked to Justin, he'll do it for 2.
I'll
But
tell you
he'll
what,
listen to this
1,000
show.
and we'll give him he'll pay for his bar tab.
Yeah, oh, gladly.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's eating and drinking on the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, we're gonna hang out
Okay.
quite a bit. Oh, and wear the 98 cock t-shirt. I have
Yeah.
questions about.
Yes.
Wear that too.
Yeah.
Oh, that would roll. And if he beats Evan, I wear the 98 cock t-shirt to work.
Where did you go to Top Golf? In Baltimore?
No, National Harbor.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay.
No, yeah. No, we went to National Harbor. Yeah.
You go to one in Baltimore.
Fuck no.
You're like, you sure you want to
No.
walk over there?
I would like to make it home. I would like to make it home. But yeah, no, the
Has
commercial
Restivo
looked
ever been
great.
that far away from home? So.
I mean, who knows?
It's another-
How far does the circulator go? Okay. But yeah, in Randolph too, we were talking about this off air. This is just kind of boring behind the scenes, like sales stuff. It's not just the commercials that he's had Rob star in, you star in. I'm on deck. It's where
Hey.
they fucking run.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
things
Yeah, yeah.
are during Ravens pregame.
No, they're
During the
right
first
before,
quarter.
No, right before the game starts.
Yeah.
That's when the
Yes.
commercial
I
airs.
mean, those
Christmas
I'm
things.
like,
Day game.
what
He
the
hits
hell?
the dead center
Yeah.
of the goddamn dartboard is where those things should run.
That's
Because
why
I
I
know
get.
what that real estate costs, and it ain't
Oh yeah,
cheap.
that's why I get 50 texts. I go, hey, did I just see you in a
Yes.
commercial? Did I just see you in a
Yeah, you did.
commercial?
Yeah,
I
you
go,
did.
yeah, you saw me. It was brief, but I was there.
You want to take
It
a
counts.
quick break?
Yeah, let's hear from our sponsors. I wonder who they might be. Be right back.
Rob, I need you to do me a favor.
I can do it for you, Justin.
Can you ask me how my day was?
Justin, how was your day today?
I slipped and fell on the ice, snow shoveling, and genuinely thought about calling 988 for about 2 minutes.
What's 998?
That's the anti-suicide number. I
New showtime.
went ass over tea kettle on
Okay.
my
Okay, why
driveway.
are you going to kill yourself? It sounds like you're doing
It
just
seemed
fine.
like-
It's just
Seemed
going to happen.
a low point.
I
Okay.
was shoveling snow, and it was quite a bit of ice, and
Yeah.
I would get the soft
It's
snow off,
treacherous.
but then I get down to that icy layer, and I'm chipping away at that, and I wear skate shoes. There's no grip to them. I have snow boots inside, but they're a pain in the ass to put on, and I get this one good shovel of snow, lob it over my shoulder, feet go with it,
Mhm.
flat back, and I'm just
Mhm.
lying there. And I can see from where I'm at, I got a neighbor in that one window. There's a guy walking his dogs down there. I get a, you okay, pal? Like,
Yeah.
I'm good. And in that moment, if I'd had a revolver, I'd have blown my head clean off.
Because of the embarrassment.
Just a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But in that moment, I'm like, you know what?
You didn't feel like a man.
No, I felt like the opposite of.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that moment, I was like, I wonder if this is how Joe felt when he slipped and totally fucking ate it when the dog
the
dragged him
jazz
off
festival.
his feet.
So let me real
Oh,
quick.
that too. Jesus.
Yeah.
Real quick,
Oh,
I want
yeah.
to talk about
There's so
your
many
driveway.
falls.
Yeah.
So, do you have to shovel it from the bottom up?
I go top down because it's
I
on an
feel
angle. I
like
go
that's
down.
why you're falling.
It's no matter what. I've slipped walking up it. I've slipped walking down it.
It's a
Yeah.
tough one to.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with it is it's stamped pavement, meaning it looks like a driveway made of bricks, but it's
Mhm.
not. It's all soft pavement that
Right.
was punched to look like
Uh-huh.
bricks and then painted. So those little grooves fill with water and ice. You can't get that out.
Oh, I got
So
you.
even when my thing is completely cleaned off, I have an entire like spider web network
Of
of
ice,
ice. You
yeah.
are slipping. So then I have to cover the thing in salt, and that destroys the pavement. It's a fucking nightmare. So I've slipped and fell every year it snowed. And this one, just with people looking, I'm seeing a guy like holding
Yeah.
on to a mug of coffee, and like I could just call it at this point. I'm good. I'll have Ryan put the special out. Let you guys pimp it from beyond the grave.
Yeah, I
I'm
own it
fine.
now. Rob
Sure.
and I own it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
We'll
It's
just start
yours.
telling the joke.
Make money. There's no
I
jokes.
speaking of injury, I last week, the last trip of the year, fly down to Florida. I'd played golf the night before, and I'd been consciously really trying to get more torque and twist more. With something you're supposed to do. I am not flexible naturally. I'm not strong naturally, but it's starting. I had made some actual headway and hitting the ball farther. And I get there on Friday, and underneath my left rib cage is this pain.
You were talking about this at the
New Year's Eve.
murder.
Yeah,
mystery.
and I'm thinking it's a golf injury, but I'm a little concerned that it's not. That it's is something bad happening?
What's the worst thing? What?
I don't know. My
Can you-
appendix. I don't know what my appendix is. I don't
Yeah.
even know
that
what
would
that
be
is.
that would
Did
be
you Google
front
it?
over here.
I did Google things.
Because sometimes back pain and kidney pain are mistaken because your
Yes,
kidneys are back
I'm
here.
worried about all that shit.
Kidney.
I'm worried about
kidney and
kidney.
liver can feel
I'm
like
wor-
musculature.
I'm worried about that. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't- And it's definitely like when I put my backpack on, I usually go this way, and we can't do that. We got to lift it up with this side, and it's swollen up, and but I'd take like ibuprofen and it would feel better.
Does it discolor at all?
No, it didn't
No.
discolor, but it definitely was affecting my sleep, and it was legitimately like I was still walking around doing things, but it was like okay, this is a real injury. So I get back, and then I go right back to X Golf. And I'm talking to one of the guys that works there. I'm telling him about it because now it's feeling a little better. And he goes, yeah, Tim, who's the guy, the pro there, he had a similar injury. And I'm like, okay, well, this guy is a legit scratch golfer. I mean, he hits it 340 yards. Like, so if he's getting this injury, then I don't feel so bad about my golf, like how shitty I am physically that I would get this injury. So I see Tim the next day, and I'm like, yeah, Brandon told me that you had a similar injury. He goes, oh, no, I play hockey, and I got cross-checked into the boards. And I'm like, oh.
Your ass got put on the glass.
Oh, so you have a real injury for
Yeah.
being an athlete.
Yeah.
So that's not what I had. I just did this wrong. You got hit
Do you
with a
still
guy
feel
on
it right
skates.
now?
I don't feel it right now.
Well, that's good, right?
Yeah, no,
mean, when
I worked through it.
Yeah. Travis Pastrana
Yeah.
broke his back doing a dirt bike ride, and my dad got shin splints from tap
Yeah,
dancing.
we're not the
Those guys
same.
No,
Yeah.
we're not the same type
Yeah.
of injuries.
Yeah, I of course I shoveled my driveway as well, and I'm probably in the best shape right now that I've been in a very, very long
Weeks.
time, right?
Yeah.
And I tell you what, man, that shit is fucking arduous.
It's
okay?
brutal.
Oh, yeah.
It's arduous. As a
Mm.
matter of fact, the whole time I was shoveling it, I was thinking about quitting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it was horrible.
I'm like, I can just drive over this. I can just drive. Eventually, I did shovel the whole walkway, but
Your back was struggling.
every part of me.
Yeah.
oh, I'm gasping
I'm
for air. I'm
sweating,
Not,
my
I
losing-
heart
don't usually
racing.
do this motion.
Yeah.
No, and it's heavy, and
Mhm.
it's like, So anyway, but guess what? As I'm walking up the driveway. Guess who's walking down the street?
Mansion
guy.
Yes.
And his wife. They're
The
walking,
potential new friend of 2025.
they're walking down the street. And I'm like, oh, and I'm at the end.
Nice. There's
Now-
gonna be an interaction.
Of course.
Now,
and
correct me if you answered this last week, but their ages, roughly.
I think they're probably, I always feel like everybody's older than me, but they're probably my age. is
Did
my
you say
guess.
you feel like everybody's older than you?
Meaning I still feel young, but when I see other, but I should
okay.
just know that.
Oh, okay, yes.
I
Young
just
and
know that
hard.
people my age are, I look, well, that person.
Got it.
I'm
Right.
younger
Okay.
than that person. So we're probably the same age.
Mhm.
So obviously he's done much better.
Okay.
He's done much better with his life. But he's walking by, of course, he does the standard, hey, you want to get mine next? That's fine. I'm
Sure,
fine with it, right? And so I go, hey, I want you to know something. On my podcast,
Yes.
I said I told the
Get it.
story. His wife was there too.
Yes.
I said I told the story
We
about
kissed
falling,
his ass too.
and I told on there that he can consume the story about me falling on the show.
Yeah, excellent.
Did he get
play.
excited?
No, he didn't care.
Ah.
But
The misses though.
I think
the missus
there's a
probably would've-
possibility that
I bet he
yeah,
no
that-
sold you. They're gonna listen.
There's a possibility. They'll
Well,
listen.
how did you tell him how to listen? Because you could just say it's on my
I
podcast,
didn't-
but he's kind of in the.
I
Did you
didn't.
give the name of it?
The name of the
I
podcast?
didn't- I didn't.
Oh, then he's definitely not listening.
You didn't give the name?
Wait, you didn't say my
I
podcast.
didn't
Oh
give the
no!
name.
God
You know
damn it.
why?
He just Googles podcast.
Here's-
He thinks you're on Joe Rogan show.
His brother doesn't know my name. He doesn't know.
Is your name
Good
Nick
promo.
Swartzen?
Joe has a QR code. It just goes to his face.
Here's what's funny. I thought that if I said
Then
something
he would
about-
follow up with your podcast.
right, I thought he would do that.
Are
when
you
he,
Andrew Schultz?
And when he didn't care, I was like, all right, well, I guess.
Are you the girls from Guys We Fucked?
Yeah, exactly. Are you Santino?
Are you
Are you
on, are you caller daddy?
Are you Bobby
Are you-
Lee? Okay. Which one are you?
Yeah. So anyway, so he's not going to hear it because I have been like, my podcast is this.
I've
I'm
got
like-
a podcast called the DLP
Okay.
Agenda.
I'm like, if you're interested in any way, you'll ask the name of the podcast.
But now you can't bring it up again.
no, I can't figure it out.
I
It's
mean,
over.
maybe down the line, like, hey, you ever get a chance to listen to that
Right.
podcast? But you never asked him.
Randolph, this is
Yeah.
your pitch, man. He doesn't even say the name of it.
God, no wonder they cut all that footage.
Yeah. Like he's not gonna sell anything.
The company's got a new name. What is it?
Google it. Yeah.
Figure it out. Figure it out. Man, I got a lawyer for
Yeah.
you. Who are they?
You're not gonna hear it from me.
I mean, it's great. I love him. What's his name? I don't know.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Well, hey.
Steph says call Joe Daddy.
Well, how about
That
this?
could be a good show title.
If Rob has done the Rob Pod, and I will probably before a week's end give you Just Justin.
Okay.
May I pitch to you the Joe Robinson experience?
All right. Sure.
Like you do,
JRE.
you do JRE. Okay. So instead of the Joe Rogan experience, Joe Robinson experience.
I like it.
Have you had a chance to listen to the Rob?
No, I
Pod?
haven't listened to it yet. No.
It's one of the fucking best things that's ever been on Patreon.
Okay. I'm
No,
gonna
I mean,
fucking-
no.
I'm gonna
It's
listen to it.
one of the best fucking
Oh,
things.
I'm down. Okay.
The DLP universe. And by that, I mean strictly Rob, 3 martinis deep.
Yeah.
Do you know, and I'm full disclosure, because sometimes there's subtexts in
Mhm.
certain groups. I know you guys got a poker thing and a betting thing.
Yeah.
I've got a meme thing and a video game thing with Chris and,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
Eric. Eric and I have a separate one-on-one right now about the fucking Rob Pod.
Right. Eric,
He's
listen to
on
it too?
Eric's on spin 3.
Well, I know he said that he listened to it. They listened to it again with his wife, and he did say he made it sound like, and maybe I feel like I didn't share that much that it's that, but maybe I did.
I think
'Cause
you
I know
shared
I did share.
more.
Oh, I got
You know what you did? You know what that is? It's funny we bring this up. It is the podcast version of us trying to take a genuine photo. We act like goofballs. I
Mhm.
can't take a real picture. I've got to do something silly. It's the real. I mean, obviously, it's very funny. There's some funny stuff in the beginning, but as it kind of winds down, you start, dude. When you start fucking whispering Shoemake's name, I start
Well,
laughing.
I'm going to play that clip here in a second.
Okay, you're
But
gonna
yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
But as that sort of subsides and you're talking about, drinking a martini like James Bond and why
Yeah.
you're drinking a martini and this, that, and whatever, and you start talking about some personal stuff,
Mhm.
and even in your drunk as fuck state, you're completely understandable. You get into some stuff with Tawanda, which is pleasant,
Mhm.
but it's more revealing. It's more revealing you've gotten into at all.
Yeah.
But then you get into the career, and you get into your career and stand up. What DLP is, what Die Laughing is, what your hope for 2025 is. When it got done, I started it over.
Oh, I
and
haven't even listened to
it's
this.
fucking
Well,
excellent. It's
thank you.
18 minutes long.
It's not long.
It should have been a disaster. On paper,
Yeah.
it's one man talking into the abyss.
Thank you for the chat. A lot of
Did you
I
post
reached
it
out a lot
when
of
it was when you were sober? Did
What
you
I-
listen back to
well,
it to see if it was something you
I
could live
listened
with?
back to it when I was drunk, right after. Now I had the idea, like literally that night. And this was all one take, and I just let's just fucking see what happens. That was really the vibe, and then I listened to it. I did it, and I was like, okay.
What'd you record it on?
I just right here. I
Same mic you usually use.
my mic when I do.
No, but what software did you use?
Audacity.
Okay, got
Same
it.
stuff
Yeah.
we knocked this thing out with.
Right.
Except instead of just having you and me there, or Eric there for LCA, or Tommy
But
there
I plugged
for,
in my mic, my Zoom.
it sounds
mic,
as
yeah.
professional as
Yeah.
this. It
When we do our
sounds
podcast,
clean.
LCA and all that, we're on Zoom. I use that mic.
It was so good that I was like, you know what? I was texting you about it's fucking
You, I appreciate that.
I was like,
a lot of
this
people
is
reached out.
amazing. I go, I hope you don't mind. I would like to do one. It fully inspired.
It's very therapeutic.
It's very therapeutic. I might have started one and stopped.
Yeah.
Because I was not in the right headspace to do it, and it was real shitty.
Are you gonna get drunk?
I think we kind of have to.
I think I'll be
I
high.
think part of it
I
is
think-
you should get high.
Yeah.
I will get. You got martini drunk. I'll probably get your scotch that you got me for Christmas drunk.
Nice.
I'll smoke it with your old toy. And
no need.
let me do that and do just Justin and the Joe Robinson experience. And these don't have to be all the time things, because
No,
if it's genuine every single week, it's going to kind of lose its luster.
No, it's going to be
Yeah.
organic.
It was just the out of nowhere nature of it. How fucking articulate a drunk you are. You
He's
should
got
have
a lot
made
of
no
experience.
sense.
Yeah, no, I did, and
But it
people were saying
worked.
that was the real Rob, and Brittany's saying I get that when Rob's at the bar and he's drunk. I do feel like it was representative of myself, and I now have ideas about having a different theme song every time,
Yeah.
because there's no rules. We
Did
put
you
on
have one this
Patreon.
time?
I didn't have one.
Okay.
I didn't do. There was no production.
Man, you
You
got me
started
fucking
cold.
inspired to
Mhm.
do
All right.
that Laughs Count Anywhere script.
yeah,
I was listening to that going, God, if you still believe in this thing,
Right.
I believe in it. Life counts anywhere. The stuff with you and Keckner, again, I'm not going to get totally into it. It's
Mhm.
behind the Patreon paywall. But if there's anything we've done over the past year that's worth the price of admission, 18 minutes, but it doesn't feel like 18. It feels both shorter and
Yeah.
longer. By the time it's done, you want more, but it's not one of these.
Oh, I'm gonna
3-hour
do
fucking
more. I
things.
have one particular story that I'm definitely it's from my dad that it's going to be a little heavy. So, but I feel like
Okay.
it's going to be good. It's
You
All
gotta
right.
wait till you're drunk enough to do
No,
it.
I could. That's when I will do it.
You know what I
I'll do it
liked?
best that way.
There was no stories. There was
No,
no
right.
game. There was no talk topic or anything like that.
Mm.
It was a stream of consciousness
Yes.
about where you think you are, where you actually are, where you've been. The comedic mind and the creative mind is an unwell one.
Mhm.
When they do this, or we do stand up and murder mysteries, the desire to make a stranger laugh does not come from a good place. It comes
No.
from a place of feeling
Right.
Because from
unaccepted.
you not feeling good about yourself, and
Exactly.
you need to be affirmed by other people. Also, when you affirm me, I don't want anybody else to be doing other than paying attention to me.
Yes.
I'm going to be elevated. I'm going to light going to be on me. My voice is going to be amplified. Love me.
Love me. Drown me with love.
Yeah.
And I've got an even
Yeah.
extra layer of,
Yeah.
of mental fuckery with that, because I do everything you just said, but I also cannot accept doing well and take compliments. So the thing I'm trying to do and you then give to me,
Yeah.
Right.
I then shove back at you and going, no, you don't mean it. I know you don't mean it.
Right.
I was telling you guys off air, I saw the first 20 finished, done minutes of the special.
I'm excited.
It's horrible. I
No,
can't
it's-
watch it. No, I
it's
know
'cause
it's
you're tired
fine.
of it.
I can't watch
Right.
it. I can't look at it.
I
It's
understand.
driving me nuts.
Yeah.
When I do mine, I'm going to get into it and the crafting of it all. But man, out of fucking nowhere, that thing dropped. And when admittedly, first thing I thought is Rob's fucked up. In the first minute or so, I'm listening to it. I'm going, this is going to go off the rails. I'll listen to the whole goddamn thing because I'm
Yeah.
already laughing. And the shoemake thing fucking made me laugh so hard. But I go, all right, let's see how he takes this tanker truck into the ditch and explodes.
I felt like it never really got off the rails.
Never?
I mean,
What
there's
time
some
was it?
pauses. Oh, it was after midnight. I know.
Okay,
that.
yeah.
yeah. And I listened to it right afterwards. I go, oh, this is pretty good. The next day I woke up, I was like, oh, I guess we're posting this thing. I think it was like New Year's Day.
Did you ever think about
or
taking
not
it
New
down?
Year's Day? No, I didn't. I
I'm
didn't
glad you didn't.
because I don't. I think again, I don't. And there's no schedule to it. You can just do it.
Yeah.
That's fun to me. You just sit there and make something. And then it got into me. Oh, this is a good way to start the year. We've already created something.
Did you have Keckner listen to that?
No, I didn't.
You should.
He would like it.
And one of the reasons I think he would is if anybody follows Keckner
Mhm.
on Instagram, he put up an article that somebody wrote about him being an infamous SNL one and doneer. And he had some highlights in that thing. It's on his what is his Instagram? You know his handle off the top of your head? Is it
I think it's just David Keckner.
David Keckner.
Koechner.
And it's about the 1 year he had on SNL. And I think that was one of the years that they grabbed one of the guys. I think it was Kenny from Kids in the Hall. And he was also on there. I mean, the Kids in the Hall, a legendary sketch group, but they couldn't make it in SNL.
Right.
Well, I remember he had that really good character where he was doing where he was electrocuting the guy.
Yeah.
T-Bone.
Yeah.
T-Bone.
Yeah,
It's fucking great. And he gets into, him wanting that and him desiring it and trying to manifest it. And I mean, maybe on mine, I'll get into my efforts to do SNL. It didn't work out. And then they get into him losing it. And he pulls no punch. It was the worst day of my life.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking horrible. And to this day, it sounds like he's not completely content with it. And he gets into how it happened and all that. But him sharing that, because he's goofy, he's silly, he's a funny character.
So he actually imploded or whatever?
He didn't implode. What do you mean as far as losing the gig?
Did he lose it?
No, he did not. There was behind the scenes politics.
Okay,
but he got like Anchorman short after that.
Oh,
so
Lorne Michaels helped him. Lorne Michaels was like,
Right.
I have to chop 4 people. I can save 1 baby. You're not that baby. But he also did not meet with people, Lorne, that he let go. You just got your pink slip and you were walked out of 30 Rock.
That's
Lorne
harsh.
met with him.
Okay.
Keckner's not doing great.
And he had a good season.
He had a great
produced.
season. He
Yeah.
goes, you're on the radar. Go out to LA. Trust me, you've got my backing. I don't want to give away the whole thing, but go read the article. It's brilliant. But it reminded me of the Rob
I think
pod.
he would. Yeah, I could probably give him access. Well, speaking of Keckner,
Please
or you
have
can
him
finish
listen to
your
it. I'm done. I'm
thought
done.
there.
It's interesting seeing you and him at the same time have this barrel.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That is. We did this casino, Cherokee, North Carolina, Indian resort, Cherokee Indian tribe. But Harris is the partner. And he does commercials for Harris. They're more regional, so we would never see them. But when we got there and we checked in, they put your keys in the little pamphlet looking thing.
Mhm.
His picture's on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's this little thing that, like a video board that wraps around in the main part where he's doing wacky things on it. So, and we're there to do a New Year's Eve show. And we go to check in and she can't find his name. And I'm like, well, where's the New Year's Eve show?
It's also, he's all right
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the guy on
She
the
goes, I know
gigantic
you. She
digital
goes, I know who
billboard.
you are.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, you're checked in under Bubba Pearl. And he goes, Bubba Pearl. That was my first character in my first movie. And look this movie up. Dill Scallion. Dill Scallion.
That's the name of the
as in
movie?
Onion Scallions.
It's basically a movie. It's got a real good cast.
1999 Dill Scallion, directed by Jordan Brady, starring Henry Winkler,
Oh, okay.
Lauren Graham, Peter
Lauren Graham's
Berg,
big, yeah.
Kathy Griffin, Jason Priestley, Leanne Rimes,
Well,
and David Keckner.
yes, I'll explain. Willie Nelson's in it too, and I'll explain that. It's basically kind of they're making a joke about Achy Breaky Heart and that song and that dance. The main character is a country guy, and he hurt his leg, and then he danced with it, and it became famous, that
Okay.
dance. So he had to keep
Oh,
having
Jesus.
his leg hurt, right?
Is this like a walk hard Dewey Cox thing?
Yes.
Like a send up a cash?
But he said they did it on such a budget, like it ran out of money. They went to the Texas Motor Speedway, where there was some big country music festival. And keep in mind, this is pre 9/11, where security is not like it is now. And they had the cameraman climb up on this scaffold thing on this post out in I guess where their lights were. And Keckner and the other star, that's in between bands, they just walk on stage, and people see people walking on, so they cheer.
Yeah.
They just raise their hands up, and then they get this shot as if they were part of this country music
Oh, that's
festival.
kinda
Which
cool.
they
shit,
were,
so they
right?
did it completely guerrilla.
Yes, they
Oh,
got.
hell yeah.
They just got Willie Nelson, Leanne Rimes, like doing interviews in the background. They're not really in it.
Give me the
Yeah,
name.
that's awesome.
Give me the name of a 2024 comedy. In the
2020.
for
Oh, I
com-
saw Thelma in 2024.
you saw Thelma.
Yeah, that was a comedy.
2024 Thelma, and I asked for a reason. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Thelma, its budget was 13 million.
Okay.
How much was the budget for scallion?
Dill scallion.
Dill scallion.
I bet it was like 1 million.
What was it?
$50,000.
How did they get all this?
Holy!
Oh, he said he made
Shit.
no money. Yeah.
It's just like promises on the back end.
Is
The
it a
director went on to become a pretty good commercial director, no one you'd ever heard of, but he's had made a career
Jordan
of it.
Brady, who has gone on to do the following.
But there's some big
lot.
names in that.
Oh, there's huge names.
Yeah,
what did it get? Is it considered to be a good film?
Let's get a look.
Usually
what
your
Gil-
first film is a little
plot
Yeah.
cast, and it does not have.
Usually you'll give you a
lot.
Rotten Tomatoes.
The
on
Rotten
it.
Tomatoes, there is 80%.
Not
6.2
bad.
on IMDb.
Oh, hell yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes,
All right,
80%.
yeah.
This guy
is-
Billy Burke, he's been in a lot of stuff. You recognize that guy, right?
Oh, I know
Yeah,
Billy Burke.
yeah.
Yeah, there's been tons of shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I
fucking
clearly
weird.
know
I
who
will watch
Henry
Jill-
Winkler is.
Yes,
I mean,
you
Henry
do.
Winkler
Yeah.
is
Lauren
brilliant.
Graham, you know her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, she's Lauren. Oh, I'm thinking of Heather Graham.
No, she's
me
the
see
love interest in Bad Santa.
Oh yeah, of course. No,
Yeah.
that girl's awesome.
She's
Yeah.
been in a ton of things.
Oh, is that Roller Girl?
No,
No, that's Heather
Heather
Graham.
Graham is Roller Girl.
No.
That's this
that's
girl's.
the superstar Billy Graham.
Hey,
Let's take a break. Here's a clip from it's basically, you can already tell the drunkenness from the newest podcast on the DLP Agenda Network, the Rob Pod. I'm drinking martinis. I've a dirty martini. I bought the whole set. I got the shaker. I got the Kettle One. I'm classy dude. I got the little, not the plastic swords. I got the metal ones. I'm fucking legit. I'm very successful. I got the blue cheese stuffed olives, the dirty the olive oil. Olive oil? Is that what it is? The olive thing. Olive juice, not oil. What the fuck? Anyway, the vermouth, the glasses, the whole fucking thing, man. I'm legit. I'm classy. I'm James Bond without the kills. The suits. The women. Whatever. How the fuck do olives exist without blue cheese? I tell you, olives aren't good unless you put blue cheese in them. They're fucking delicious. But like blue cheese isn't really good either unless it's with something else. They're like that's the greatest relationship in my life is olives and blue cheese. I've never seen anything ever work better than that. That's what I strive for. If only Brittany or Ariel could be the olive to my blue cheese. Or you, Shoemake.
So
I'm glad this inspired you, and
It's-
hopefully it's inspired other. I'm trying to convince Eric to do sounds of the sauna as he's in the sauna,
Jesus.
recording something.
we're
Does he
considering
have a
doing
sauna?
one.
Oh yeah, he saunas every day.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's
Yeah.
got one of those, like, was it a little
It's
portable
a
thing?
portable one. Yeah, you just
You sort of zip yourself up into the thing.
yeah.
But still, you're zipped up in it, and then your head's popping out. You know,
God.
you look like some weird fucking, Doctor Who
Huh.
villain.
Maybe I should get one of those.
I thought about it, but you have plenty of room. You should. They're only like
Yeah,
$100.
throw this
100
thing
bucks.
down here.
Yeah.
Right?
Spiegel's
Sweat
got
it
one.
out.
He
Spiegel
does.
has a portable sauna.
I'm gonna order
things
one
are great.
as soon as the show's
Yeah.
over.
We thought
All right.
about doing the drug cast from the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
We got a cabin trip coming up that our murder mystery on New Year's Eve might have affected.
Oh,
How?
I'll tell you. Did anybody notice how I was walking in the second, third, and fourth act?
No.
Rob saw this firsthand. I'm not sure if he remembers,
Yeah.
but he probably does.
Mhm.
Magoobies recently redid the stage.
Oh yeah.
And I talked to Andrew about it. It
Looks
looks
nice.
awesome. They got a big, beautiful new
Yeah.
background. The logo looks cool, looks very sleek and modern. It's not quite as like Saturday morning funny paper
Yeah.
looking. The stage is now covered in like this wood composite that I asked them, they built over the old stage. It's still down there. They built it and they built this whole new thing.
Steph said I saw you fall.
Well, it wasn't a fall.
Mhm.
It was, but it wasn't. When you get off that stage and it's dark, you have these little narrow fucking
Yeah,
steps
yeah.
that
Mhm.
it can turn into a real just dominoes falling thing. So occasionally I've taken it to myself to jump off the stage.
Yeah,
David Lee Roth, fucking do the
Right.
splits, land, run to the back.
classic you.
Well, this was my first time diving off the new stage.
This was after the stand-up show, the early show.
This is
correct?
after the stand-up
Yes.
show. First act gets done, murder mystery. It's only an inch and a half higher. That's all it is. But it was just enough for me to go, ground's not here yet. Ground's not here yet. Where's the ground? And in the air, I'm going, should have hit ground by now.
Right.
And I do.
You couldn't make an
Do like a
athletic
roll
audible.
going.
Dude, I do this fucking roll. I've even got still the remnants of
Yeah,
a rug
you
burn on my
tumbled.
knuckle. He sees me, Rob. I hit the ground, knee fucking buckles.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Foot folds in on itself. I commando roll into the goddamn wall, pop up like, oh god, I'm good.
People laugh though. I want you to do it every show.
I'm clearly not okay.
God, I wish I had a video. of
I
it.
fucked myself up. My
Gee.
foot is purple right now.
Are you
Oh, it
saying
is? You
My
sprained
foot's
your ankle.
not. I didn't sprain my ankle. I can
Oh.
walk.
You
I
just
can.
took a hit.
I have a bruise on
Oh,
the
man.
bottom of my foot right now,
Okay.
and I have to go snowboarding in a week and a half.
have you considered hitting up Randolph Rice for a
Yes.
Sue myself?
Sue Magoobies.
Can I sue me? Oh,
No,
God.
Can you imagine
hey,
that?
Andrew would be like, just take it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Get it out of my life.
It comes to Julian. All right, all right, you got to take the dog.
Steph said it looked comedic, so you sold it. That's
Not
good.
The role was not
Yeah.
for real. It was me hitting the ground because usually I land,
Right.
spring up, run to the back, grab the script, pretend to memorize it, run back out, second act, hilarity ensues. No, this time I hit the ground. My fucking knee gives out, foot gives out. The bottom of my foot is so goddamn tender right now. And I got to go down the side of a mountain on this thing, and it is not feeling great.
So you heard getting off a 3-foot high stage,
Yeah.
and I heard myself swinging 9-iron.
And meanwhile,
I feel great.
Sean Gabbert is as healthy as an ox after what he went through on the mountain. Did you hear what happened to fucking Sean?
No.
Sean had
3 episodes ago, he was on this show, right?
Well, we need to have Sean back because Sean has been going to his cabin in Davis, West Virginia. We'll be there next week. We should make some trip predictions on the next episode.
Love it.
A lot of strangers coming to this thing. Joe Stamboni's
Scared,
first trip.
scared for you.
Joe, if you don't get those things posted, you don't get to go, by the way.
Mhm.
Sean gets stuck up on the ski lift.
Oh, yeah, I did
Oh,
hear
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
And you go,
That's
well, how do they get
awful.
you down? And I just figured, well, you wait it out until the thing kicks back in. Like, motor's dead. You're 30 feet in the fucking air.
Jesus.
They have to throw up a rappel line that they have to throw up, carabiner into the thing. He's got to get it around himself, and they have to lower him down one person at a time. He was up this fucking thing,
So-
the better part of what looked to be 2.5, 3 stories.
So Gabbert,
You're freezing.
yeah, you
You're
can do it.
freezing.
But I mean, there are people, if that happens to me,
I'm having a panic attack.
I'm fucked.
I'm done.
I'm not going to make it down.
No, I'll throw myself
What,
off.
are you gonna
988.
die?
Yeah,
No, I live there.
yeah, that's where you stay there.
I wouldn't know how to put the
No,
thing
I'd be
on.
like, well,
Jack
I can
Nicholson,
go to the
End of
bathroom
The
here,
Shining.
there's a
Yeah.
kitchen
No,
here.
I'm at Overlook Hotels in the background. I'm staring out over icicles. And he said not that far out of the catch where the thing comes around in a circle and it catches you under your butt. There's some people out there. They have to have been 100 feet in the air. I've been to this exact lift before, and it's got some fucking problems, by the way. Figure it out, Canaan Valley.
Oh, yeah, that's where you're going to be.
That's where we're going.
Fuck.
And there's some of
that.
those ones where you really get to the peak of the thing and you're looking down and people are dots. You're
But-
stuck
but
up
wait a
there. You're
minute.
fucked.
If that stops working, then
You're done.
The snow, nobody can ski. It's
Nope,
over.
You're done. That's
Huh.
it. You feel like hiking your ass up
Do
there.
they,
Go ahead.
You figure they owe you something for that.
You would
right?
probably get comped. You get
Yeah.
Yeah,
comp
you just get
passes
your
and stuff
ski
like
lift
that.
pass over.
Yeah, you get some
whatever.
sort of comp, whatever. But yeah, I hurt myself diving off a stage. You tear your ribs doing something golfing. He's right as rain.
Yeah.
Had to rappel down with skis on.
So
They
let
were
me jump.
survivors.
Let me jump back to the murder mystery. Okay, I think the biggest takeaway. Okay, there was a girl that was at the Wits End, the bar that's next.
Mhm.
She was
Yeah,
by
yeah.
herself,
Bourbon bar.
right? And she had jewels on her face and stuff,
I
right?
just hear you
This
talking
girl had
about-
jewels on her
Yeah.
face, and I saw her over there, and she mentioned a couple times that she was by herself. She mentioned it,
Quite a few times. She was making sure people knew.
yeah.
She gave me her backstory.
And she talked to a member of the cast. I'm not going to give their name, and she basically is like, "Look, I'm next door."
Oh no, she told
Down.
a few people.
Okay,
I'm
So-
next door.
this same girl. Then I'm out.
She's
and-
hitting on fucking Shoemake's wife that night.
then I have the rolls, and she's like, "I want to play a role." I go, "Okay." So I give her a role. She's sitting up front, and tell me if I'm wrong. I'm in the back, but I saw her multiple times. You walked up to her; her whole tit was out.
Oh, that was the girl.
That's the girl.
That-
That I was
yeah, I
like,
said her one tit was already in 2025.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Her tit already saw the ball
Yeah,
drop. Okay.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Her entire tit was out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never
And-
put it together. That was that girl.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
was sitting with our friends,
Yes.
Jen and Justin,
Yeah.
and probably
She-
chewing their ear
She
off.
was fun.
She
Yeah,
was real fun
But
sounding.
she seemed like it was very, very important that she takes someone back to the Holiday Inn and fuck them. That seems very
She-
important.
told, man, I don't know if she listens or not. And by the way, you were lovely We had a fine time
Yeah,
with
you were fine.
but she made it very clear she had just gotten out of a relationship.
and she's ready to get
And
to a new
she
one.
was off the fucking chain.
I bet she
Yeah.
succeeded.
I
then.
don't. She had to. She's
I don't
cute as
see.
a button.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
good looking.
Great
so I
body.
don't see how she's not going to be able to pull that off.
Someone had to have. The person in mind that you were thinking of confirmed did not.
Okay.
So if anybody did, it's a mystery.
Yeah.
It's a mystery.
Hmm.
But I know she was. I mean,
Oh, she was good to
a
go.
predator.
Yeah.
For
that
sure.
night.
For sure.
Did
yeah.
you see her one dance move where she'd sit on the stage and her back and shoulders would face the new Magooby sign and the pads of her feet would face the DJ booth and they were invisible stirrups apart. And you're like, that's the catch of the day. Look at that. That's a Long John Silver.
And wits in sort of holding court. Eric came up with, and then we tried to riff on this, not successfully, but a great name for a breakfast restaurant.
Okay.
Hash to mouth.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's pretty great.
So we sat there
Yeah.
and we got people to come by.
Corned beef injection.
We were going,
that's
we
pretty
had conjugal eggs, eggs on your face. There was
Yeah.
the blue taco, I think, or the
The blue waffle.
Blue waffle, that's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to eat there.
we
No.
were we thought we would just nail them, and then we
Yeah.
kind of but hash to mouth is a good
Hash
it's
to
a good
mouth
starting.
was pretty
Yeah.
great.
It's all-
Conjugal
you know
eggs
what?
makes me laugh.
And hash to mouth, actually, if there's like if Aunt Tish, God rest her soul, saw
Yeah.
hash to mouth, she wouldn't get it. She'd be like,
Right.
oh, you took hash and you go
Steve
to your mouth.
Huber,
You
who
know what? I'm
works-
going to name it hash to mouth the episode. So yeah.
Steve Huber used to work at 98 Rockworks 100.7 The Bay. We wrote a a fake commercial for the afternoon
Yeah.
show about fresh seafood from the Bay. You want to know where your seafood comes from?
Uh-huh.
And it aired one time and was pulled by our old PD.
Oh,
Because
really?
much like that, we called it Bass to Mouth.
Oh,
And we were like, take
sounds
your
familiar.
yeah, because it played once and we played it for people. He's like, it's funny, but we
Yeah.
immediately got a call from someone
think-
downstairs.
I think we might have told this story on here before. Dave Hill was the program director at 98 Rock who
Mhm.
hired me. He first hired Justin, first hired Rob. All of us
Yeah.
got our start with Dave Hill as the program director. And Dave Hill got married when I had my own show
Yeah.
with Theo at night.
I'm glad he hired me, but I'm a Rick Strauss guy.
Yeah, no, Rick's done a lot more. But anyway,
3 for 3.
So I remember we were recording clips to play in between songs during Dave Hill's wedding. We were all going to be at Dave Hill's wedding.
Yeah.
Well, earlier in the year, there was a DJ on there named Stash who had fallen down the stairs.
Stashed him out.
Yes.
Stash had fallen down the stairs.
Maybe a show title.
You want to do? I was going to do hash to mouth. You want to go stash to mouth?
So
We'll talk. I still like loss of excitement, or what was that earlier?
Okay.
Yeah.
There was also Call Joe Daddy, and there was lots.
So-
A lot of them.
Theo and I
Yeah.
were seeing people. We were actually, they had like sound effects in that sound like we were at a party. Do you remember this, Justin?
I do remember, yes.
And Justin is in there doing it with us. Okay.
Mhm.
And Theo and I go, oh my God, hey, there's Stash. What's going on? And Justin goes, hey, and fucking takes a tumbler down the fucking stairs. It's all on the mic, right?
yeah.
And I am telling you, it aired. Do you remember it
Yeah,
aired?
dude, he
Because
wasn't stoked
nobody
about
was
it.
mining the store.
Yeah.
So that actually,
We did a bit about
It
me
actually
fucking falling
aired.
down the steps, and dude,
he's like,
like that-
hey, dude, what's going on? He
Oh,
fucking-
yeah,
That's
he was
good,
in
that's
the
good.
hospital for a
Mhm.
while because of that. That was
Yes.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was not
that was serious.
Not a proud moment of mine. Steph says, by the way, one of her favorite things about that night was the girls are asking you and I, Rob, about what the DLP was about. We just kept saying aliens.
I'd forgotten about that. I'm glad. And then I believe you escaped, and I kept talking to them, and I was in the bag with the bullshit. Not hitting on them. I was like,
Oh, I love it. We're so far out
Oh,
to sea
yeah, yeah.
with the bullshit. I can't even remember what we're talking
I said some
about.
shit that I started to believe. I
Yeah.
forget how it came up, but I go, I don't believe in preparing. I believe in reacting. And she goes, what if you don't want to be prepared for something? I said, no. What if you prepare for the wrong thing? When something else happens, you're not prepared. And her other friend was like, yeah.
You're like,
Hell
that
yeah, this
makes
guy's
it-
making
I know.
No.
She was the one girl believing me.
This guy's
I was
making
like, this
fucking
is
sense.
the most
Like,
bullshit
wow,
of all
it's not
time.
this guy's deep.
Exactly.
Can I tell you that was somewhat of a hobby of mine.
I was really proud of myself.
Dude, that's great that you were able to take her on that long. I would get when I would get haircuts, I would just go to whatever walk-in hair cuttery.
Yeah.
You take care of my hair,
We could
Super
tell.
Clips place. I do a much nicer place now.
You
Thank
do.
you, Missy Star Barber. She was there
Yes.
that night. She was actually my barber was there. Real quick side. The table with the one black guy and the 3 thick white chicks.
Oh, yeah.
That's my barber.
Oh, really?
Right, yeah. And
Your
he-
barber was one of the.
it was one, yeah, it was Missy. Yeah,
Oh,
it was one.
nice,
She had like
nice,
the
nice.
fishnet top on.
Oh,
and
yeah,
she had her
no.
one friend who was just a drunken, slovenly fucking mess, and her other friend had a big fat juicy ass. Speaking of which, Jen, Justin, y'all's asses was looking nice.
Hey, great ass couple.
But I used to do this bit that I don't anymore because I know my barber. He knows what I do.
Mhm.
Where prior to any 98 Rock, anything, every time he would sit down in the chair, I would make up a new profession for what I did.
I like
And
that.
every time, and I would just see how
That's
far
fun.
out to sea I could get with
I'm
it.
a lion tamer.
I said once I was the intern to the Texas State Penitentiary executioner. I was the guy that
You didn't do it, but but you're studying.
I'm
to do it.
studying. I'm studying under him.
The understudy.
I'm not allowed to be in the room yet, but you know,
We need you tonight.
I get him.
Phil's out.
Yeah, he can't do it. Can you pull the switch if you've
All
been paying
right.
attention? Okay, this is the moment I've been training for. Just see how far out to sea I could get with some of that stuff. Steve Huber, who I mentioned earlier, he is the Leonardo da Vinci
Oh, he's the best.
of being able to lie a story about who he is just to see how long he could go, just to see how close down
Okay.
to the bone he could cut before someone's like, you weren't
Wait
at
a
Watergate,
minute.
asshole. You
Wait a
weren't.
minute.
Wait.
You met Rod Stewart and Mick Jagger the same day? That's not possible.
Wait a minute. You were courted by the Premier League? Get it?
Well,
You were too smart for the Navy?
whenever
Inside jokes, guys.
Wait,
sorry.
inside.
nothing gets asked more of us when we're with Keckner about his boots. They're a pure Uka. It's like a 20-foot fish in the Amazon. He gets asked every day. And on stage, sometimes asked. And so we've started to try to come up with, he just bought them. He didn't.
Yeah.
But we're trying to catch a story that he caught this.
He didn't fell
No, I
the
got
animal
it.
by hand.
And there's a story that he yarns
This is
about.
only its lips.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, there's something about his son is in like Guatemala and then he gets kidnapped and he has to come and they said, but if you'll give the kid back, if you can catch this fish. I mean, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
But we try to see how long we can go
Each
without
time.
taking it. I would like Joe and the chat can chime in. Let's try to give Justin a job that he has to at some point this
Okay.
year.
Happily.
He has to convince people.
Okay.
So obviously it's got to be a real job, but it's got to be crazy, but also believable.
So
Okay.
he has to be able to do it here in Maryland too.
We will do it. We will definitely have another
Yeah.
local murder mystery. I will talk to somebody in the lobby pre-show.
You're going to
post-show.
find some stranger.
I'll
at
find
some point.
somebody, but would
It'll
be
happen
great would
organically.
be
I want
to film it.
You-
Yeah, it would be great.
I want you to be you're a dog groomer
Okay.
for show dogs.
Too easy.
Oh, for show
okay.
dogs.
I am. What you need to do is you have to have layers. I'm not a show groom. I'm not a dog groomer. I'm not just a dog groomer
Right.
for show dogs.
For
I am
Shelties
the
or some breed.
Westminster.
Yeah, okay.
I am the Westminster Dog
Yeah.
Show backup dog groomer in
Right.
case anything should happen.
Mm,
There's understudies.
okay.
They always have an understudy on Broadway. There's
Mhm.
always someone that's waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
And in case someone after a while, I don't even get started
Hey,
on what
can we-
happened with Danielle McElhaney's carpal tunnel the day that she tried to shave the
Mhm.
Labradoodle. I had to step in.
That's good.
Okay, that's good.
You could
lean
also
in.
be an understudy's good. You could be the understudy to like Rum Tum Tugger, one of the cats, like in Cats. I'm not in the show, but if
Yeah.
you know Burke Johnson gets hurt, then I
Okay.
I'm the
What
fluffer's fluffer. Okay.
You're trying to prove that the giraffe is the oldest living animal.
Nobody's
Now we're talking. No.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
First of all, that's not a real
That's
job.
what I mean.
Predates dinosaurs.
No.
Hey,
I am.
but that's not a real job.
No.
It's if that was the case and you discovered that and you wrote some book
I
on
am
it,
working for the South Minnesotan Zoological
Yes, you're a
Institute.
zoologist.
Yes,
And I am working on,
zoologist.
but I
This
am
is your
working on.
project.
This is my
And you're
thesis.
gonna be like, hey,
your
your
holy-
giraffes are a lot older than you think.
it's your
I get
holy
this-
neck.
If I get this published,
Holy neck. The
yes,
grail, the neck,
yes,
the giraffe.
yes.
You
If I-
probably think a giraffe's only 50, 60,000 years old.
Yes.
That's true, yeah.
You've been
know,
walking
this-
around dumb your whole life. Yeah.
You know, clearly they're descended from birds. Like you don't. Like I'll be so.
It started
So
with
sure.
amoebas and
Yeah.
parameciums, and pretty soon the giraffe.
You have no idea. Do you know it takes a giraffe 2 hours to swallow? It does. Okay,
Their
that's-
gestation
I'm gonna
period
hit it.
9 years.
You know, interestingly enough, it looks like a horse, but unlike one, it does not give live birth. There's eggs.
Hey,
But-
here's something. Here's something you don't know. That their neck, 2 bones. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
Two
it.
bones.
Two
Yeah.
bones.
Two
Yeah.
bones in there.
You said it takes 2 hours. So if it takes an hour and 45 minutes, they go, that food went right through me.
Wow, real quick.
Yeah, couldn't keep it down.
Do you know 90% of the world's giraffes are Chinese? Do you know? Like dumb fucking. And I'll hit them with so much shit. Done. That's the one. I'm convincing people that giraffes
Yeah.
are the world's
Mhm.
oldest living animals. That I mean, they were there right after
Yes.
the dinosaurs.
Can we give you a business card that has a QR code on it?
I'll get one made. That would be.
Where
Yeah,
does,
tell a
where does
giraffe
it
head
take you
on
to?
It takes you right to that picture of the black guy sitting on the bed.
Hey,
That's it. But his
the-
dick is a giraffe.
the I in your name that's a giraffe.
It's a giraffe.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah. I look down at those that don't believe my theories.
Yeah.
What are you, a giraffe denier?
I am. Oh, you drafting her? God damn. Yes, that's it. All right. So yeah, get ready for that. By the way, there is going to be an episode that hopefully, as this is being recorded, it's been posted. Meet the Agenda with sweet Brittany. There's going to be a new Laughs Count Anywhere. Myself, Eric, Rob, we're going to get into the Netflix Raw debut.
Big time.
Watch the whole damn
There's a
thing.
new Dork Dynasty up.
New Dork Dynasty's up right now. Very, very funny. The Rob Pod, it's worth the $5.
I'll
There's
check it
a
out
reason
tonight.
to go gift someone one. Going, this will get you into it. Justin will be out hopefully within the next week. I would ask Joe when I'm done. Because I texted Rob even. I was like, I love it so much. I want to do one, but I need this thing to have some time to breathe.
Yeah,
I can't just jump on top of it. So maybe within a week or so of me doing mine, I love the Joe Robinson experience.
Okay.
I love Eric's Saunacast.
Yeah, we have a story time in the can. I'll put that out this month. So
Yeah.
with Tommy.
And did you decide which photo you're going to go with for the Rob Pod? There was new you, young you.
I think I'm going to go the new me because it's sort of I want to take it a little more seriously. So although the old one is adorable and cute, but that's probably a better picture. But like I think for the tone of the show, me holding a drink, it seems fitting.
All right.
All right.
So there we have it.
We appreciate
Either way, I'm
checking
not
in, man.
smiling.
No. Okay, one more time on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Giraffe.